Welcome to my fish room.
So of course he's gonna, I suspect he's gonna do that for a few more people.
Yeah.
You go have a congregation that's huge.
This show just started?
It's had 3 episodes.
Okay.
It's on AMC. And they play so many episodes over and over and over again. You can always catch up. Like each week they play last week's episode and this week's.
Oh, okay.
And then they have marathons all the time. So, yeah. See, I do not like scary movies, but I can watch this because I know vampires aren't real. But CSI?
Oh, yeah, those are...
They let kids watch that. They always start them off with a good murder. I have issues with that. I have a lot of issues. Wow, that's talented and skilled. Cactus?
Sorry?
Cactus flowering outside. Over here. I have 2 different kinds of cactus. That's Christmas there. Next to the doctor dog. I've never got a flower on that. They never get big enough. Is there an ornamental one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I got it from White Rose before White Rose went into business.
Yeah.
But even if you touch that thing 10 million times, it will never run out of prickles. Always seems to have more. Basically, the warranty is if it leaks, I fix it again for free. If it floods your house, it ain't my problem. I've never had to fix one for free yet. So. Even the one I told the guy I didn't want to fix, because it had a gap that big.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, dude, I don't want. And in part, he was one of those customers that only calls you when there's an emergency.
Yeah.
And then he feeds you. First, his wife fed me. His mother, and then he got married, so he moved into his own house, but he married a woman who couldn't cook. So Bart still feeds me. You, of course, can cook.
I cook, yeah.
Yeah, Fritzy's a really good cook, too. First wife, 15 things to do with food I ate in 8.5 years. That includes toast.
Oh my god.
Cheese sandwich, processed cheesy.
Roasted.
Took bacon out of the oven once.
Out of the oven?
Well, she cooked her first piece of chicken when she was 47 years old. And she had to call that man. Find out how. When you see my son, you'll understand why he's 157 pounds. At 6'4".
Whoa.
Or 5, because we stopped measuring them. See, every year at Christmas we have to measure the relatives. Cousin Al is still the tallest at 6'7".
Yeah? Oh my god.
We got some girls at 6'2".
Really?
Yeah. A lot of boys at 6'4", 6'5", 6'6".
A lot of tall people.
Yeah. How tall do you think Aaron's mother was? She lies about her height.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
4'10" and a half.
What? Not even 5.
She tells people she's 4'11" though. I think if you're gonna lie, we go up to the 5.
Yeah, I know, might as well. Wow, and to be great for 6 foot plus.
Yeah, his first visit to the doctor, they had to write his height in on the margins
Yeah.
because he wouldn't fit in the chart. Because, you know, they got a graph.
Yeah,
So we knew that we should not be beating this child because he don't grow big enough to beat me. So we raised him with long, thoughtful lectures. And I think he would have preferred the beatings.
Really?
What's that? Can you be quicker? Yeah, but we don't want to make this easy for you, son. We don't want you to light the house on fire. See a 3-year-old there with an electric lighter trying to light a piece of paper
Oh,
on the
no.
floor beside his bed. Or threatening to beat children up at school if they don't pay money to these other kids. So Aaron, you weren't even going to get any money? No, Dad. What?
He's just being bullied for someone else.
Well, he was running after them and going, grrr. Yeah, it wasn't exactly traumatic for the other children. And of course, besides, every teacher in the whole school knew who he was.
Yeah.
They knew this was not a bullying issue.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Like if he was to walk back into that school, any of the teachers, it'd be big hug time. He was a really cute kid.
Yeah.
Strawberry blonde hair. Everybody thought he was a little girl because I cut his hair. And Grandma bought him a girl's coat. You know. But we don't know how he did it. I'm not the most attractive man. Neither is his mother. He looks like both of us, and yet he's incredibly good looking. Yeah. We're quite proud of him.
I can tell.
Except he drives me nuts. And I fired him about 300 times.
Oh my gosh.
Shortest time was about 10 seconds.
You're fine. Okay. I need your help right now.
Yeah. Well, really shocked him when I fired him for good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video games were too much when the lure. See, when we were in the house of Dad, he could work or he could go look at corpses.
Yeah.
But when we moved back here, he could work or he could walk 3-4 feet to the other side where he lives and play video games. What do you think he chose? Hey, so we had this all cleaned out with alcohol and big one of silicone in here. He's going out for dinner tonight with his best friend since junior kindergarten and her girlfriend. A big party here on Friday night. If you were at a party and you didn't see any food, would you ask your host for food or just not ask?
Probably good.
I had food for him, but he said, "Good, nobody asked." I said, "You don't wait for your guests to ask if there's food, 'cause they'll never ask." Around 11 o'clock, get them something to eat, because everybody's going to have the munchies.
Yeah.
But instead, I got packs and packs of hamburger and hot dog buns left over,
Yeah.
because he didn't ask.
Oh no.
Yeah, the sad thing is I'm not surprised. See, when you have a child exactly like you pretty much know. Except I always think.
Yeah.
I used to be a chef.
Oh yeah.
Cooking is something I do for showing off. You know? I handed out about 50 pumpkin pies so far this year.
Really?
Yeah. I found 18 sidewalk pumpkins last fall.
Yeah. Sidewalk pumpkin.
Sidewalk pumpkins.
Around here?
No, rich areas. Poor folk, they carve their pumpkins. They're no good. Rich folk, they just put a bunch of pumpkins on their lawn. Rosedale. So I spent the one day last fall pureeing that all up and boiling it and the whole deal.
Yeah.
And then at Christmas time I was going to make them. But every store ran out of the cheap graham crusts. Dollarama was out, Giant Tiger was out, and No Frills only had the high price ones. But the high price ones stick to the lid. Cheap ones take the lid out and fill her up. But the high price ones, they stick to the lid. So, trying to get the lid off without breaking your crust and so on. So I started around Easter, so they were Easter pies, then there were spring pies, and then they were just pies. And Fritzy took a bunch of her plants and she was just for root. So old people like pie.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't put as much sugar in it because old people aren't big on sugar so much.
The diabetes.
Yeah, well, you know. I don't much eat sugar myself.
Yeah.
We got a history and I'd like to avoid it. I've never been able to remember to take medication, so I don't think I do well.
How long before we can fill it back up with water?
We tell everybody 7 days, but 24 hours. But if you fill it up in 24 hours at least, then I'll tell you what, you should have waited 7 days. I've had tanks of my own where I put a whole new bath on it, and an hour later it filled.
Oh my god.
I do it work. Now, silicone cures with oxygen. So if you fill it up with water, the cure will take a long time.
Yeah.
Because you got 6 to 7 parts per million dissolved oxygen in fresh water. Whereas atmospheric is 21%. So. We put them closer together. Oh no, here. I thought we put them too close together or something. We're gonna have to put this other one in. They must have got them closer together when they glued them. Or further apart, one or the other. I guess further apart if we got to put a small one. There you go. Shine the camera on that so that they know we actually did the job. Okay, if you look there, you'll see the nice seam. Put another little squirt in here just for funsies. Alright, there you go.